Hey y'all, this is Jeannie. Welcome back. Welcome if you're new here. It may be a little dark in here. I'm not sure. It is getting nighttime. And I have my overhead lights on, but I feel like it's just dark. It's super rainy. The storm, I'm in Alabama. We're not really getting the storm, but you'll probably be seeing this, a couple weeks later. But I hope everyone out there that's in the eye of the storm or was in the eye of the storm is doing okay. And honestly, I was just praying that it would diminish before it even got, to land. So I sure hope you're doing okay. I am here with a challenge, participating in a challenge with Meg over at Chasing Retro. She's hosting this collab, if you will. You're welcome to join in or just hit the hashtag Ready, Set, Stash and follow along with all the creators that's joining in. She had said you're welcome to join in all of them or some of them. So the point was to pick some of these things that you're maybe low on and mass make them. Make a whole bunch of these things so that you can pull them and put them into the journals you're creating. So these are the things she was running low on. So she thought for the month of September, you will probably be seeing this one on into October. It is still September, but I think I have a couple more that's going up before this one. But yeah, it's just such a great idea because I'm horrible at mass making anything. I tend to just, if you've watched my videos prior to this one about this, I'll try not to say this every single time. I'm horrible about making up a bunch of things. I tend to just make things as I go, and it is so much easier if you have, obviously I like putting, if they're custom journals, I like putting, my heart into what they desire. But obviously if it's a baby journal, like one of the baby journals is for my daughter. One is a custom order. But I know that some of these would be so cute in her journal too. So it's okay to have a bunch of things. It doesn't make it less personal is what I'm trying to say. You can still personalize it and pull from your stash of things, right? I love the idea of even making a blank slate. See, this one's not even that, I decorated it, but I feel like it could use a couple of more things. So maybe just keep a flat blank slate, and then you can, or say fabric tags, say you do those. Just make them all blank, and then you can go and add to them and embellish them according to the journal you're working in. So I'm choosing the one today, the large and/or shaped journaling cards. This is totally inspired. Hey, I'll give you one guess. I'm curious as to who would get the guess right first. These are totally inspired by Carla over at Carla Frizzell. I've been watching her for many, many years. But I love how she had sent me a couple of little tags. And so I may put one of these in my daughter's journal. But I just wanted to, just kind of, she sent me a couple before, and I've moved craft spaces and I took down all of my things on my inspiration door. I had a giant door, if you've ever watched my old craft tour, and it had chicken wire in the middle of it, and it had all of my inspiration things, and I put them all in one bin, and now I don't remember which bin I put them in. This is why you label your things, guys. Label your things or they're lost forever. So they're inspired by Carla. I had made these little ones, so I had only embellished 3 of these, and I had sat down tonight to finish the rest of them, and then I thought, wait a minute, I'm going to do the large ones with y'all to participate in this challenge. So just to get started, so if you watch me all the time and you're watching this, I'm curious, I've moved my camera arm over on the table I'm at, and so I need to know if this video is shaky. If it's shaky, I'm going to move it back on the shelf that it was on. But I felt like it just worked better tonight right here, so I'm curious as to how this works. So I went through, y'all, I've already put the book up, but I shared it on an estate sale or yard sale haul a couple of weeks ago. It's probably been a month or 6 weeks ago now when you're watching this, but it was like nursery rhymes, bedtime stories. There were 2 different ones. I sat down yesterday and I if you know me, you know me. It's actually hard for me to just sit down. But I was like, okay, it's okay. I can just pick out images in these books. So that's what I did. And I gathered the ones that I just thought, like, this, oh, this little girl has to go in my granddaughter. Her name will be Noella, unless they change their mind. She's due in December. I mean, this has to go in her journal. So that one. And then I haven't decided to put these in her journal or the journal I'm working on, but obviously I will divide them between the two. I'm always doing custom baby journals, so I feel like I will be pulling from these quite often. So to start with, I got a file folder. I use them all of the time for all of the things, whether it's journal bases or card bases. They are fantastic. You can pick them up for like a quarter, 50 cents, $1 sometimes at estate sales or yard sales, or sometimes people are just throwing them out. You probably know somebody that just has a plethora of file folders, because I don't know why, they just have them. And so Dollar Tree, you can get a pack of them for Dollar Tree, and they will last a while. So I love using those as bases because you can still stitch on them. They're sturdy, they're not so flimsy in your journals. Even if I'm using printables or something, I love gluing them down on the file folder. So I glued the book page down on the file folder and then cut out around both images at the same time. And then I took them to my sewing machine and I just stitched around them. And some of them, I'm curious to know y'all's opinion. Most of them are fine, but this one, you know how when your sewing machine starts messing up? When it's like, or mine does when it's running out of thread on the bobbin. I'm curious, would you leave this like this? Does that add to the charm for you? Or would you go ahead and just cover the back, redo this one, totally redo it? I'm curious because I tend to cover it and do it again. But then I think, you know what? When I get things like that from people, I think it's cute, but I just don't know that just everybody would. So now that I've chatted for like a million minutes, I'm going to show you some of the things that I've pulled to embellish these with. So as you can see on Carla's tag, she uses a lot of her fabric. Well, this was a piece of fabric, but she uses her fabric washi that she makes and sticks it down. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's probably what that was. She has these little felt buttons. How cute are those? Tickets, labels. So I pulled things that this has been super fun for me to pull for, because I've pulled a lot of things that I have had since 2002. You heard me right. 20 something years ago, I started scrapbooking, and there's a lot of things I've bought through the years, like random little buttons that are, you know, like baby themed, or all of these brads. Like I even have more than this somewhere, like brads. And I have these random little cupcake liners. They have baby feet on them because I don't know why. I don't know if someone sent them to me, if I bought these. I don't know, but I have a million of these cupcake liners. Flowers. Who has a basket full of flowers, 3D flowers? That is the fun of junk journaling, right? Because if you make the book, you know, thick enough and leave enough space, you know, in it to grow, you can use things like this in there. And that's what I love about junk journals. And then I had these little fabric yo-yos I pulled, some vintage buttons. I also grabbed a couple of button cards. I don't know, I thought some of those may be cute to attach somehow. And then, y'all, I got this in an estate sale. No, I did not. I got this at an antique mall a couple weeks ago for $2. This little gravy boat. And y'all know I love all these vintage florals. So, oh, and I had gotten this. My sister gave me this. I'm scared I'm going to dump my things out. Isn't that so pretty? A little bitty, I guess it's a soap dish or something. So I dumped my friend mail from Carla in this one. The little bits and bobs she sent. And then in this one, I mean, I know it's not really realistic to keep all of these things around you. And I had actually cleared off my desk completely. But I found that I do like, I don't like a whole bunch sitting around me anymore. But I do like grabbing one or two pretty dishes. And obviously they're very aesthetic for photos, but for Instagram and stuff. But they're also just so fun to work out of. So I filled this full of, this was from Carla, some cute trim. Have some Amity Bloom washi my friend Gingy had sent me in friend mail, because that would be beautiful, wouldn't it? See, things like this have been floating around in my crafty stash literally since 2002. These fun die cuts from Kitty Witty Papercraft and Pretty Little Studio. And then I cut up a cut apart from like a, just a scrapbook paper sheet of labels. And then grabbed some more washi that I thought I would use. And then I grabbed and tore some of my tickets off of the rolls and just set them all in this little dish. So maybe we'll just see if I don't overthink it and think too hard about while I'm creating. I even thought things like this would be cute, like this is a dyed glassing bag, that might be cute, and put a little tag, just layer, things up, or maybe on the back. Put a little prayer. She could write something down in there to her daughter for the future and put it down in the little bag. Like, how cute. Things like, I love this tool from Dollar Tree. This, I haven't really seen this lately, actually, in the past 4 or 5 months at my Dollar Tree, but I love collecting all the colors of that to layer up. And then a couple more things. I love using this leaf trim. Here's another type of trim. And then I pulled one of my little things of these are like Maggie Holmes embellishments, that come in the little add-on packs, and you're like, what do I do with those things? I mean, if you scrapbook, obviously you could put them on layouts, but see the little resin hearts? They're like acrylic, things like that. Just all these fun little doodads, I feel like are perfect for layering up on these. And then, lastly, I pulled, just kidding, not lastly, I actually pulled some like vintage like rickrack and seam binding in the colors I thought I would want, and some eyelets and bulb pins, because I thought it would be fun to just dangle maybe a couple little charms from this. Then I grabbed my little bitty, y'all, Easter is hands down my favorite holiday, but I have this one tiny Dollar Tree bin of Easter stuff. Like, what? That's so crazy. And I thought, why Easter, do you ask? Because I have little bunny, like clips, and, like the trim with the bunnies and the little baby chicks. And, okay, I just thought, how cute on baby journals would these be, right? So I pulled that little bin and brought it in here. Fun fact, if you don't know, I just moved my workspace to a totally different room. My kids are all married and moved out within the past couple years. And I made me a workspace. And then I just left a little bitty corner in one of my dining rooms for a scrapbooking area. So I have crafty things like I just showed you, that little bin in there on that shelf. I know that didn't even matter. I don't even know why I talked about that, but I just like hearing people's business sometimes. The good business. Okay, so let's get started and we'll make a couple of these. I know if you've watched my last couple of videos, you're probably like, Jeannie, like the cover photo shows like so many that I did, and I only did like 2 with you, But, that's how it goes. Follow me on Instagram and you'll see all the ones when they're finished. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this little guy because, oh my goodness, that's so precious, that little lamb. I layered some fabric and some of this trim Carla had sent me. And I think that let me use some of this. Let me try a piece of this Amity Bloom washi, because I'm kind of stingy with it, though. I kind of want to just keep it, for my own things. But then I'm like, you know what? It's okay. I can share a little piece of it if I can get it unstuck. I do like using a glue stick behind my washi. Oh, I thought that was strawberries and I was about to die. My daughter, she wants vintage strawberry things in her baby journal. And her shower is like next week. Again, by the time you see this, it will probably have already happened. But for whatever, well, you know, I know what reason. I've been working, but I've put it off until the last minute. I also want it to be perfect, you know, so I just kind of waited to the last minute, and now it's time. I have a week left. I've got to get on the ball with her journal. So that said, I haven't found any vintage strawberry washi. So I'm going to stick this down a little on the front and then a little on the back. I feel like washi is underrated, but how many of you are like me and you just never get it out? I'm horrible about that. And I know these are super, super mismatchy, and that may bug some of you. It used to would have bugged me. But again, I try not to overthink things some days. Some days I try not to. And this is one of those days. So I think this little piece will be cute. Let me get my ink. So I've been using in these baby journals this Memento Angel Pink ink. I see that there is a shadow, y'all. I feel like it was actually brighter where it was before. I usually don't film at night though, but tonight my husband does stuff with the local football team, so he was actually gone. And hey, that means I get to play. I told my kids and my grandkids, you know, I didn't tell my grandkids, they're all under 3, but I told my kids, I'm working tomorrow night. Don't come knocking at my door. I just say that kidding because it never stops them. They'll come if they want to, but I'm super, super blessed that my kids always show up, but boy, do they always show up. So I really think this one is good for now. I did bring some stickers in here because, again, stickers, another thing I don't use enough of, but I feel like layering some stickers on some of them would be cute. I did think about stamping on the backs of these. So a lot of times I like to, when I'm making baby journals, I'll use these Tim Holtz number stamps and I'll stamp on fabric so they can just place them wherever. But I think that would be cute, like maybe to put one, you know, and they could put the first month, just updates. Hey, wouldn't that be cute to make 12 of these? In fact, you know what? I'll see how many I have, but. And then I have these baby stamps. I have a lot of baby stamps. And let's just do this on the back. And you know what? Every single time I start to do this, I realize I did not get my stamp block. Like, even when I try to get it together, y'all, it's so hard for me sometimes. It is nighttime, and I feel like I've been trying to work on these journals literally since 8 this morning, and it just, I've got to get more focused. These are the things I pray about. Lord, help me to focus. Let me know if that's shaking the camera really bad, y'all. So this says, the birth of your baby, a gift from above, will bring joy to your life when showered with love. Oh, that's so cute because I have a new granddaughter named middle name Joy, and my second granddaughter's middle name is going to be Joy. Okay, so see, here's this one. I think that's perfect, super cute, and I know that y'all are thinking you are 20 minutes in and you just now did a card with us. I try to be really quick in my videos now, but so I encourage you to come back and watch, but this one might be a little long. So I'm trimming down another label. I don't know if I want to really, let's do another one of these less busy ones. This is actually from a Dick and Jane book, but it's a reproduction, so. Let's get a bright, one of these bright blue, or here, I got a mint green ticket. And let's layer up a label. Ooh, or I could do this mint green label actually with maybe this. No. Let's do one of these pink tickets because that's cute. I don't know. I'm just going to glue the label down because I'm not sure about that yet. Another reason, y'all, that my process, I haven't been filming a lot of process videos the past couple years because I'm horrible at it. I'm horrible at telling you what to do. Horrible. I know in my head what I want to do, but I guess I'm just not a natural teacher, if you will. But I know some of you have been asking me to share my process with y'all, so here I am. You would think if I was going to do that, I wouldn't do it on a collab. So y'all may never come back. This is really cute. It says, "Our family is forever." I will probably have to glue that down later, but it's okay for now. These are some flowers that I got at a scrapbook expo many years ago. How many of you have went to the scrapbook expos, and how many of you loved Queen and Company? Would buy all the things. Again, I know this isn't necessarily the color scheme on here, but since the journal's super eclectic, I'm going to just glue it down and not overthink it. So I think this gingham flower is super cute. And then let's do some fabric up here. I have some beside me. Remember when I said a minute ago I wasn't going to overthink these things? And now here I am overthinking these things. So here's a fun pink strap. I do want to thank all of you lately who have been, whether you've placed journal orders with me or you've just been coming to watch my channel and leaving sweet comments or follow me over on Instagram. I am so grateful, truly, truly grateful for y'all. The Lord has really blessed me in this business lately, and I'm just so grateful. I'm gonna go. I like leaving the little piece right there, the little tab, I guess you could say. And I could trim it around it. I'm not sure if I will or not, but and I feel like it needs one more thing to just kind of finish off the edge. So I'm going to get some of this mint green. And y'all, if you do not like eclectic styles, like I know if it's a theme journal, obviously I'm not going to do all of these mishmashy colors, but I love it when they're super eclectic and fun. And just to be honest, this bothers me. It bothers me really bad. But I know that when I see other journal makers have mismatchy things, I love it. It's my favorite style. All right, so I think that one is done. Super cute. And I'm going to cover up this little part on the back with that little bag I had, because I think that would be fun to, like I said, put a little memory in. Now, I lost my little bag, y'all. I actually had pulled some tiny envelopes, and I thought those would be cute. And you know what? I'm not going to waste my time looking. So, I think a little envelope right here, when I find it, I'm going to stamp on it and put it on there. And then let's go ahead and do this one. I thought about actually, wait, here's one of my little envelopes. Let's go ahead and do that. I did think about, y'all, I don't know what I was going to say. Oh, put a, like an eyelet and hanging a charm. So I'm actually going to put a 1 on here because they can use it for the first month or first birthday. I think it would be cute because this little girl looks more like a 1-year-old than a 1-month-old. Or, you know, they may be writing what they dream of her being like when she's 1, you know. And I've had these Tim Holtz number stamps for so many years and they do not really stick. So I think that is so cute. And y'all, I should have done it this way actually, where you, okay, Jenny. Okay, yeah, I need to do it on this side because, so you can open the envelope, right? And the recipient of this journal, I know that they said she really doesn't journal or scrapbook, but I find, you know, just like I did when you have kids, a lot of people are totally interested in doing that. That's why junk journals are so fun, because you don't have to be all perfect. You can just glue the things down. Like one of my daughters, she does not, and she just glues the pictures down and writes what they were about, and she loves it. Whereas my other one loves junk journaling, and she'll probably, you know, do all of the extra little things, but either way, it's super fun. So I'm going to actually put this paper clip here so it will hold down the little flap of the envelope. So there is that one. And then this image is pretty enough just left alone, but let's see. I kind of don't want to mess it up, y'all. Let's see. I think I'm just going to put a little, you could do cheesecloth or this fun tool. And then this little label. So I don't know if this crocodile will work like this, but you know, with when you want to, yeah, so you get a hole punch when you want to make your thing a ticket, you know what I'm saying, your piece of paper, turn it into a ticket. You just, I mean, obviously a larger hole punch would work a little better, but we're going to layer that up there. And actually, I'm going to use my tiny attacher, staple that. Personally, I love using a tiny attacher, but I don't really love staples. I like the look of I like seeing the image a little better. Now, I like maybe one, but I don't like a whole bunch, but I feel like that really doesn't bother most people, so. Let's get a tiny piece of this pink rickrack. Or I know, I need a little piece of lace. So I have a jar of antique little lace pieces beside me. And, well, actually, this was from Hobby Lobby last year. That might be super cute with the little bows, but I don't want to hide the flowers. That would have been cute layered behind that. You know what? I do not want to hide those little sheep peeping are so cute. I'm just not going to mess with that. I'll stamp on the back. We'll just stamp this image here. Or not image, but sentiment. So there is that one. And then I'm actually going to add a flower on this one because it just needs it. I had a little, I don't think it was called a yo-yo. It was, I know this is, but it was something Carla had sent, like a little fabric rolled up flower, but I don't know what I did with it. This is some super cool trim. I got in an estate sale. I'm actually going to cut off this yo-yo and put it right down here, because why not? This would also be cute to put like a button in the center of that, a little blingy piece, or even layer up like a flower with a little blingy piece. In fact, I think I am going to put this little bitty flower in the middle. Y'all, I have my diffuser going, and I keep hearing like, it sounds like water's leaking somewhere, but I forget when it's on, it sounds like little rain droplets. Okay, so there's that one. And actually, I'm going to put a little newborn sentiment on this one since it has the baby. The mom and the baby. I'm going to put it in the middle right there. Y'all, I know that this video has been really, really long. That said, this one may go up before a couple more of my other ones because I need to, well, I guess I could upload it and then delete it off my phone. So there's that sentiment on there. And then lastly, we'll do, I'm going to add, I'll tell you what, I'm going to add a charm here because I just think it needs something. I have colored eyelets, but y'all, I don't know where they are. That's actually not something I've found in my moving my craft stuff, so I may not have them anymore, but I don't know where they would have went. And that needs to be the larger side. Who else gets nervous every single time and you're like, am I doing this the right way? Every single time. And then I'm going to put a little charm hanging. Maybe this little butterfly, that would be so cute. Y'all, I'm out of my little gold bulb pins. I might have 2 or 3 laying around, but that's it. I have tons of silver and a few black and bronze. And if you make charm dangles, that would be so cute to add, like bead dangles to add on here. I mean, I'll have to fiddle with it to get it to hang right, but I don't know. I just think little charms are cute hanging. It would also work if you got put a little safety pin right there. That might work a little better. Maybe I should have hung it from the bottom, but either way, the little butterfly is floating. And then let's do this lady, because how beautiful. She's watching her husband out with a sheep. So precious. Actually, I like doing things in odd numbers, but I think that would be so pretty. But I'm going to layer it with a little fabric first. I didn't use a cupcake liner. I was going to use one of these on one because I thought, I don't know, like maybe a little paper taco with, you know, and put like a label in it, like use it for a little pocket or something, but here's some cute fabric Carla had sent me. Maybe I'll layer this up. These are not my fabric scissors, y'all, but... And see, this is perfect for scraps. Like, I love the rough edges and stuff, doing little things. Well, I need to cut this layer off. And I'm going to actually wrap this around the back. How many of you were saying, put your lid on your glue? It does help keep it to last way longer if you'll do that without getting all bubbly and messed up. Okay, and then I'm just going to, y'all, I was going to put that up top. My goodness. Let me cut another little piece. This feels pretty old. Either she washed it and spray starched it, or it's actually an older piece of fabric. I don't know. I kind of like the little file edge up there. I don't know what that glob is on my glue. And again, you can trim around to let that, you know, show that it's a file folder if you want to. Y'all, I hope this has not been too boring. I used to film every single day, 2 or 3 times a week. This was like years ago, like, I don't know, years and years ago. But, and sometimes I wish I'd have just stuck at it, you know, but I feel like my videos are kind of boring. when I'm not doing just a flip through or, you know, a state sale haul or something like that, I feel like, I don't know if you really like watching me create things. Y'all can let me know. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Most people are super, super kind, but I have had people say, you need to talk a little less and get to the point. But I received it with love. I didn't, they actually weren't meaning it I don't think, when they said it. Okay, so there's that. That would be super cute to finish that off with some rickrack too. But I think I like just the simplicity of this one. So I may stamp another sentiment too on the back of this, but I just wanted to come on here and make a few with y'all, and then I will get on about my night and try to finish up all of these other little ones. I've got to get these journals finished. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I hope you come back and join me again. Y'all have a great day. Bye.